Another example we can have when we speak about regenerative agriculture. This is a group of agriculture, more than 100, called DRAGO, Rural District of Agriculture Gastronomy Organized, so Distretto Rurale Agricolo Gastronomico Organizzato, that working with this national park, the Tuscan Mine Geopark, is selling in some Italian supermarket, but only in Tuscany, to keep the zero distance. You know that zero distance is among 60 kilometers from where you produce. 38 products, selling also the name of the touristic destination, that in this case is the Parco Nazionale of the Colline Metallifere. So you can scan in the product not only information about the product itself, the farmers, but also about the touristic packages and the touristic eco products that you can buy visiting the park. And also about this I will speak better later. Other suggestion about tourism, and you see, as I told you in the beginning, we have to speak about general solution and then fits good also for tourism. So to protect the landscape, keep in well manutention, but reduce the buildings of big dams. They have a huge impact in the landscape, and also they produce some security problem, and start creating small basins, as you see on your left, that can be well integrated in the landscape, and through which many times we can also produce energy through the mini hydroelectric plants. The contractor river is something that in France, in Italy, as you see, was starting in France in the 80s, but now in Italy is well used. Is a participatory process that put together stakeholders of the tourism, stakeholders of the municipalities and public administration, citizens, businessmen, association, to adopt sustainable action also for tourism around rivers and fluvial basins. That's another example. So when I speak about things, I want to show that are not just words, but those are things that are happening right now in Italy and all around Europe. There are many citizens working together on keeping better their fresh water. Of course, when you are a tourist, use, or when you are a touristic structure, help your customer to use refilling bottle. All around Europe and Italy, there are so many possibilities to refill bottles. Sometimes also you can give life to the same plastic bottle for more than one time. In many hotels, there is this on your left, big plastic bottle that can be used, but we have to remember that public water, that's a structure in Rome, in Latium, public water is very good. So the first topic of today, water, I was speaking about something. I have not so much time, so I can't speak about all. So let's move speaking about waste. So what's the situation of waste in the touristic sector regarding the efficiency of the material and the extraction? Why do I speak about this topic when I should speak about waste? Because today, when we speak about waste, the discussion is connected to circularity. The more I use and reuse raw materials or elaborated material that comes from the waste, less I will have to extract material from the ground. So we have to move from a linear dissipative approach. I take things from nature, or minerals, petrol, coal, I use it and then I throw it away, in a circular, more as is possible approach, in which I take things from nature, I transform them, and when they become a waste, they don't really are waste, but are new material that can re-enter in the chain and be again productive. So let's see how many millions of tons were extracted connected to touristic sectors. As you see, travel and tourism share about the 2,8 in 2022, 2,8 was in 2010, 3,03% of the total raw materials extracted are connected with tourism. As you see also in this case, there was a big rising up between 2010 and 2019, a breakdown in the COVID 2020 and post-COVID year, and a new rising up. But it's very interesting that in this platform, I will not go so deeper. If you are interested, you can have information about materials. So this that I show you, it's the general raw material extraction connected with tourism. This is, I don't read so much the numbers because while I speak, I think you can read numbers by yourself. I just explained to you how you can use those slides and those information that I give you. As you see here, you can click and have information about gas, petroleum, construction materials, so other kind of materials that are extracted to supply directly or with the value chain or supplier chain the touristic sector. But I was telling to you that I want to give you not only bad news, but also good news. So let's see in the last decades, how is the situation in Europe and in Italy. Particularly in Italy, we can be proud because circularity is one of the best score, one of the best results that we obtain in Europe. We are much further than the European Union average, which is 58%, as you see. In Italy, we reached the average of 72%. Those are the last reports, so 72, 79. So more or less the 80% of the material collected are recycled in Italy. We have in Italy, ISPRA, you can go here, that give you some very updated information on how are produced also special waste. So not only urban waste, but the waste connected with industry and agriculture, which are connected with tourism. We produce in Italy 486 average kilos of waste every year, a bit too much, but we are not in the top ranking because there is Germany, Cyprus, and Denmark that, as you see, they produce much more than us, and they have less efficiency in the waste recycling. But as every time is a question, it's a matter of behavior. So we have not to stop to make education also in the touristic sector. Here you can have other information. Where are the countries in around the world that produce more waste per capita per year? So you see that United States are among the worst that in the world, more than, but also Denmark, as you see here. And we have not such a bad situation in Europe, as you see, and it's not so high still the production per capita in China and India. But tourism and over-tourism, it's every time connected with waste management. And that's why I told you that many times those kind of challenges and problems connected with water, connected with waste, that are affecting the touristic sector are problems for all the community of the destination where the tourism is happening, not only of the tourists. It's a problem also of the citizens. It's a citizen problem. As you know, all around the world. So with this, I want to say that if there is not a municipality with an efficient and adequate waste management, this will happen. And so the situation often is to have efficient waste management systems in the touristic destination. As you know, speaking about waste, plastic is one of the main problems, and now there are about 5 big islands, bigger than 2 times Spain or 2 times France as extension and the surface, big plastic island all around the world. Last year was the first time that the surface of the square kilometers of plastic in the ocean are bigger than the European Union and United States surface. So we have really to pay attention to these. This is a list. You can click then by yourself when you will have those slides, when you will get this presentation and have information on what is happening on those 5 main garbage patch, as you see around the world. That's a situation that we see in many videos, but it's a real situation. Those are the countries that are creating much problem in plastic management. Plastic management. So again, what we can do, it's again a question of behavior in touristic destination that pay attention to this problem. We put those kind of machine in which everyone can put some plastic bottle and have back some money, some coins, or have a recharge in a card, multi-service card that can help you to pay some parking lot or to have some services. So I repeat in this second slide, helping this friend, I made this photo, helping this friend to clean some part of the Mediterranean Sea. Again, it's important to be aware of our waste production. So touristic sector should give those information. Touristic structure, restaurants in many protected areas or sustainable destination, part of the certification is made by giving information. You as a tourist, normally you produce, if you are Italian, if you're American, taught kilos of waste here in this restaurant, in this hotel, in this bed and breakfast. We are helping you to reduce your impact. Then reduce first, then the differentiation. There is the reduce of the waste production. So use more than one time plastic bag, use more than one time plastic bottles, try to avoid plastic bags, so use tissues bags and these kind of things. Reuse your clothes, you use your objects. Don't buy every time something new. Use second-hand or refurbished objects. Refill your bottle again. Use as less as is possible disposable plastic, so single-use plastic, I mean. Pay attention to separate collection. So those are suggestions that we give to customer as tourists, as single person, people that can change their behavior, but we give those information, those suggestions also to bed and breakfast, hotel, restaurants, and museums. So be sure that this touristic destination has an efficient and adequate waste management system. So let's go to some good news. As I told you, the ocean cleanup is one of the best activities, action that was born in 2013, happening around the ocean, cleaning a lot. It's really happening with people doing this, but also with robots, as you see on your left, working inside the harbor. Many touristic destinations are helped by citizens, but also by tourists, that they like a lot to do this action and to contribute to keep the destination clean. We can use new technologies. Seabeam, it's a technology that was created in Australia, and as you see, you can put it in harbor and can collect plastic in a passive way and helping harbor to be more clean. There is a couple of surfers in USA that transform a problem in a challenge, and they are now among the most active around the world in cleaning the ocean and the sea. An Indian guy built and developed this platform in which, using this simple questionnaire, you can calculate your plastic footprint, and so you can be aware of the plastic footprint. Remember, when you are a tourist, but when you are a touristic structure, choose to refuse plastic. Try to give other opportunities. Glass, I know that it's heavy, but it's very beautiful. We can reuse many times. We can recyclate 99%. Remember, giving information in your touristic destination that this is the life cycle of plastic. Most of them, they need hundreds of years to really be never destroyed, because they become microplastic. You can find all around the world many suggestions that give you information, and you can use it in your destination, touristic destination, when you want that your touristic destination become more and more sustainable. More information, practical tips to avoid and reduce the production of waste. We can use up to date packages in wood, but also in plastic made by plants and trees and vegetables. And then that's one of the many ideas I was telling to you, that we have to speak. We speak about innovation when we speak about problem facing, coping with problem of water, of waste, of energy. So that's a subterranean ecological system for the differentiation of waste. You go near with your cards, you select the kind of waste you want to put inside, and then this machine will know through a laser and through a sensor if the garbage you are putting inside is the right one, and will calculate how much plastic, how much paper, how much metals you're producing. And this is a very interesting system that was designed in an Italian company in North Italy, that it's very helpful for those destinations that they have a lot of tourists, because production of waste for tourists, it's a big problem. So when you go in bed and breakfast, when you go in apartments, the info point of the destination give you this card as a tourist, and in this period you can collect in a differentiated way your production. As I told you, there are many activities around the world that help to clean up the sea. I was speaking with you about the ocean cleanup anniversary and awards, but we have to say that this really is one of the best situation, best of action that are happening right now around the world. So I want to give you also some good feeling that something is happening, and there's a lot of people out there doing things. I speak with you about those things because I was participating to many of those activities. The impact of cleanup, if we do nothing, the situation will rise up in situation with many of those action, we are trying to reduce, that's the ocean cleanup impact, the hell blue. And those are the stated policies up today. If we do what the politicians are saying today, that's the situation of plastic. If we do nothing, if we do as they are doing something, for example, with the ocean cleanup effect that is aiming at reducing by 2030 the 90% of the floating ocean plastic. And it's really happening something, because as you see from this picture on your left, it's how it was before some action of those guys, and on your right you see what is happening after. In protected areas, speaking about waste, put trash bin that are covered to avoid foxes, wild birds to go inside and take the waste and disseminate the waste all around. Fishermen are well involved in managing plastic, because they found a lot of plastic while they are fishing. Plugging, it's something new, but it's something really up to date. It's something that today is every year is bringing new people, also making outdoor activities and tourism in sector. There is worldwide, national, and international races and competitions. Plugging is nothing else than to make jogging, and while you are doing this, keeping waste during your percourse. Speaking about water and garbage underwater, again, I want to stop to finish my presentation today with this beautiful place. This is Talamone in Maremma, South Tuscany. This guy called Paolo il Pescatore, it's since more than 15 years, more than 20 years, fighting against the pollution in the sea and the fishing too much near to the coast, with this horrible methodology that take out everything. And so it's not only making many campaigns to clean the water, but it's putting the cooperation of many artists, many statue, monuments, artistic creation made by Marmo di Carrara underwater, so that many scuba divers can go to see them. There is so an increase of tourism in this area, and every time that they go down, they control, they take waste, they take it clean. So Clean Up the World, it's another very interesting and important action that help to clean. Many sustainable touristic destination adhere, do participate to this. Those are the places around the world in which Clean Up the Day is taking action. For this lesson, I would like to finish. I thank you for your attention, and we will see in the second lesson speaking about energy, mobility, and sustainable certification. Thank you.